I'm live.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hope you had an amazing weekend. Hope you're having an amazing Monday. If you just got back to work, hope you're having an even better day because I don't know about you, but the thing is, I got more tired while I'm on vacation. I don't know what kind of thing is this, but
No,
when I'm
holidays
on
are
vacation,
tiring.
I'm tired all the time. Welcome, Stephen. Welcome, Nick. May I know
Welcome.
how's things there?
Indeed. Um, Basically, I've changed things around, Marco, and this may be a tip for you. What I've actually done is we've changed our breakfast. Our breakfast is yogurt with berries with nuts, and that gives me more energy at the beginning of the day, which carries all the way through the day. The second crazy thing I've done is that I now go for a walk, run, or jog, depending on my mood, at 8 o'clock every day. So I'm out. I was out this morning doing 3.5 miles. So yeah, I feel a lot better
Whoa.
for it. Thank you.
I
Thank you, Nick.
think I would take, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks to make that distance.
I think not. I think not. I think you did better than that on Santiago.
Yes, and by the way, I will be starting another one in 2 weeks. So next Monday, 2nd October,
Hmm.
I will be starting. This is kind of closing the Camino. It's the journey between Santiago and Finisterre, which is close to the ocean. And they said that they have there an amazing sunset. I believe the sunset it's amazing almost everywhere. So probably I will be shooting that sunset, and then I will be sharing with you all uh, next few weeks. Nick,
Nice.
what do
I
you have?
like that idea. Actually, you start off on yours the day after I do my 10K run.
Oh,
I've not done a
yes.
10K race in 10 years, so I thought I better do one. So yeah, 1st of October in the Rushmore Farnborough area. So we start where we normally do our park run, and it's a cool one to start because the park is enormous. It's a big square, basically it's a big square, several polo fields. And so they line everyone up next to each other. And basically you've got to run because it then goes onto the canal. So you've got this like a 600, 700 meter run to get to the canal and everyone converges. I might hang back a touch just to see how everyone goes. So that'll be good fun. So I've been training for that, getting quicker, which is nice. No, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to win it, but the big aim is to not come last, which I did do
Yes.
once when I did half a marathon in the lovely village of Waldnil in Germany. It was so hot; it was like 35 degrees. There was a half marathon, and I came 99th out of 99. But in fairness, a couple of people dropped out as well. So yeah, but technically I
Yes,
was last, but
Yep.
I didn't care. Actually, I completed it. So
you finished. You
Okay.
finished.
that was the main thing. After that, nothing else mattered. But actually, a quick side bit on that. So I'd run this marathon in this or half marathon in this massive heat because it was such a lovely day. My wife came to pick me up, and I said, "Oh, brilliant! Thanks, darling. Where's the car?" She went, "Oh no, it's such a nice day. I thought we'd walk." So it was an extra couple of miles, about 3 or 4 kilometers back home. So yeah, bless her.
Yeah.
We're still together.
That's good. Well, for instance, yesterday, a good friend of mine, he ran a half marathon. He's preparing. He will go to Chicago Marathon in October. So he's doing lots of half marathons, competing, and also running almost every day. And I made a comment, "Oh, well done, whatever." And then his wife came, "Marco, why don't you join them?" And I thought, I didn't reply. My knees don't allow me. They completely said to me, "You're forbidden to." Well, maybe I think I can go up to 10K. 10K, I think with some training, I maybe can achieve it. Half marathon, my at least before I lose some weight, which is being a quite difficult thing, because I think I should do something with my mouth, put a zip or whatever. But the thing is,
Perhaps start with a 5K, which is also known in the UK as a park run, and nearly 300,000 people this week took part in the park run. I was there marshalling over in Melksham. But the thing is, basically with a park run, you've got a home park run, which is basically where you run most, and then you go touring. And the idea is that you collect these places you've been to, and the best thing you can do is near to Z. So you go to Aylesbury, then you go to Birmingham, then you get the idea. So you're going from A to Z by the name of the park. Now, I live in Devizes, and there are a lot of Ds for park runs. So Derby, Doncaster. So the good people who are organising the park run said, we won't call it Devizes. We will call it Quakers Walk, which is the sort of path it takes place on. And there aren't that many queues in the UK, are there, Nick?
No, that's going to narrow it down a bit.
So they stop people going to the first park run, so there aren't too many people, because a lot of people want to be on the first ever park run, so they don't tell anybody it's going to happen. So that happened 2 weeks ago. Then last week, and they had 35 people, which was enough to test the circuit out and test the marshals out. This week, when everybody knew about it, instead of 35 people, they had 350 people on the park run, and it's going to be like that every week. But the thing to understand is that the main part of the park run is a straight path, tree line, beautiful, and then it turns off into a housing estate and goes in a D shape around the housing estate. And there are about 100 houses that 350 runners went past. I've got to say, kudos to the residents on there, because if somebody woke me up at 9 o'clock, 350 pairs of thundering hooves, I wouldn't be best pleased. But people were actually out applauding, which I think is amazing. Yeah.
Really good. And we have Antoine in the house. Hello, Antoine. How are you today, my friend? Also known as the Computer Paul.
Antoine, hello.
Hello. So I think we can talk a little bit, because I believe this is a topic that both Nick and Steven don't like. So I'm going to start with this topic, which is live streaming. None of them like this topic. So let's talk about it. I'm kind of in between. I'm like, there's a saying here, when you're kind of indecisive, that you are like the fool in the middle of the bridge. You don't know if you come back or if you go forward. So I'm trying to decide if I would like or not this live streaming thing, because once I was talking with someone, she wanted to be convinced by me about live streaming, that live streaming was a thing. So I don't know about you, but for me, it's quite of conversation breaking when someone asks me, sell me the idea. it's kind of my cue line to Marco, time to live. But live with an E and an A, not with an I. Because there's no this. I'm not at that stage trying to sell the idea of live streaming. I'm at the stage I want to use live streaming help me, not sell me. So that's the thing. So, Steven, do you want to start, like, because we are Amazon, maybe we can cover some important topics about gear, which gear we should have. Nick, feel free to talk about that topic as well. And if, meanwhile, I see that I can bring any insight to the conversation, I will follow you. Steven.
Okay, I went for my walk this morning. The thing is, when I go for a walk, what I actually do is think, because listening to rock music, thinking, and I was walking along. I thought, I've got an idea for a new show, a new live broadcast, and I designed the card in my head, and it's called The History of Live Broadcasting. And basically, incredibly, we've been doing this now for over 8 years. So it's time to take a look back. So as soon as I got home, I went over to Canva and I designed the show card, which has got Brigetti and Peter Stewart and Carlos Phoenix and Tina Shangon. And I got the show cards, right, I'm going to go live. Don't think about it, just do it. So I went live at 12 o'clock today, and I enjoyed myself talking about live broadcasting and talking about a particular program, which is Blab, B-L-A-B. And Marco, there's your
familiar to me. Sounds familiar to me, yes.
Because Blab is where I went on a trip down memory lane because I was looking for photographs. I found a photograph of Bob Tomlin and showed that. I found a photograph for Blowing for Britain, episode 400 before the end of the year. And I reacquainted myself with the Blab world. And I found a video by Steve Dotto, which he made 7 years ago about Blab. And I closed the show with that. So I've been on a trip down memory lane and enjoying it. So for me, live broadcasting is what I do. We're fortunate. This is my work, yeah. And if you can't enjoy your work, so I was working hard between 12 o'clock and 12:30 today on a live broadcast about live broadcasting.
I like that. But that's the thing, isn't it, Stephen? You do it so often, and you're like a natural live broadcaster, and because that's what you do, it doesn't feel like work because it's just you just get on, switch the camera on, and you're so easy. I mean, from a viewer's perspective, it's so easy to watch you live stream because you are, you know what you're doing. You're a consummate professional. And going back to what Marco was saying, when someone says, "Oh, sell me live streaming," it's something that you've got to want to do. I think we've discussed before. It is probably one of the best ways to network and meet new people. It's amazing how many people I've met just through live streaming, not just with different live stream groups, because that's what you tend to do. You start off with using pretty much just using your phone and live streaming, maybe on Facebook Lives or TikToks these days. And then you want to take it up a notch, so then you get involved to get these third-party live stream software. So we've got StreamYard, you can have BeLive. There's lots of other different ones. You find one you like, and then you just get the hang of it, and it becomes like water off a duck's back. It's just everything is beautiful. Then what I love about live streaming, it's allowed me to fulfill my hidden passion of buying webcams. More webcams than I can shake a stick at. I took a photo, funny enough, the other day to send to someone. It's like I've got 4 sitting across the top of my monitor, and for this show, I've had to move some around because the camera that I'm using. So it's the thing. We like the tech. I just get fascinated by it all, and the price ranges. You can get some for, some amazing cameras, webcams for like 16, $20. And then you can spend hundreds of bucks up at the other end, but you can just start live streaming, really simply, just with your phone, or just on the camera that's built into your laptop or your PC or your Mac. It's a really easy thing to do. And of course, all these things are so easily found on Amazon as well. And I'm not sure, did anyone say, I mentioned it now, I think they announced the Amazon Prime Days.
Yes, nice,
Earlier
nice.
on.
Good
Is it
catch.
the 10th and 11th? I can't remember. I fleetingly saw it.
10th and 11th October. Yes.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching us, it's a pretty nice time for you. I do this. Okay. I'm pretty sure that both Stephen and Nick do the same, because we are wise people. I start bringing all the time products to my wish list. I create different lists. Okay. And one of the things I do before Prime Days is to set right products, those which are priority for me. Let me show you, for instance, I think it's listed in my carousel.
It's like a luggage cave there, isn't it, Nick?
It is. I want to visit Marco. Take my big suitcase with me.
I was willing to buy a backpack for the Camino. So a few words about the Camino. Probably you heard about it. I'm thinking about, and maybe next week I will have someone who made the Camino and who wrote a book about the Camino talking. Probably soon, maybe after in October, November, I will come with an Amazon live show / podcast, just talking about the Camino. Okay, people sharing their experiences about the Camino, also sharing gear, tips and tricks to avoid, for instance, blisters, which are so damn boring to be nice with them. But for instance, one of the things I wanted to buy was a backpack, hiking backpack. So I listed some. I've choose some that I would love to at least to take a look, and this one was one of them. And on Prime Days, the price came down 100 euros.
Wow.
Okay, so it was it was expensive, a little bit expensive. The thing is, this is kind of your second body when we talk about the Camino. Okay, it's pretty important how comfortable it is. Also the weight. Okay, because for instance, the other one I took was around 2 kilos. Okay, so I started in kind of a little disadvantage because the backpack was already heavy. Okay, this one it's pretty light, having in mind it is a big backpack. And that's one of the recommendations for Prime Days. It's prepare them. Okay, don't go randomly picking things or whatever. Make your priorities. So I need to buy this, this, and this. Okay, and then you can also check on live shows and also shoppable videos if what you are willing to buy is actually what you need, because sometimes we want one thing and we need another one completely different. And then frustration may come. So the thing is, do that homework, and then on Prime Days you can probably find things in a way more seductive price. Besides that, you will get early access to lots of products. You get free shipping in lots of products. You will get the Amazon Prime Video service included in the Prime subscription. Did I forget any advantages?
For Prime,
No,
you got a stack load of storage. You can access.
Yeah.
That was my
I
contribution.
keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting the photographs because all my photos are on Google.
Oh, nice.
Do you actually? I've got to ask a question. Do you actually use it, Nick and Marco?
Yes. Oh, yes, I do.
I use the Google Photos series. I think I have, because one day I got this notification: if you use Amazon Photos storage, you will get anything. I've uploaded some photos there, but I completely forgot about it. But actually, it is a pretty nice service by Amazon.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you are a frequent customer, I believe that Amazon Prime would be nice for you. I can talk by myself, because most of the times I just, and you can even use the filter, Prime products, and you will get lots of advantages. For instance, by the end of the day, the money you will save from shipping will be enough for you to pay the subscription.
Exactly.
There you go.
And I've got to admit, we use, well, the amount of things that we buy from Amazon, and then we get the Prime free delivery. It pretty much pays for itself every month anyway. But I really like using Amazon Video. I watch so many films, and they constantly. You got some new ones that come out, so you can actually buy some or rent some. But then, suddenly they'll bring out some that you haven't seen in years. And it's like, oh my goodness, let's watch that one. It's really, really good. So I switched off my movie subscription from a certain TV channel in the UK. And don't use that anymore at all. So yeah, no, Amazon Prime Video, I think it's fantastic.
I totally agree with you, Nick. The thing is that you never are short of something to watch.
No.
The Amazon's own series are top quality. I mean, they are Amazon and Netflix. Let's mention Netflix. They're the two prime creators of content these days. The old movie studios still make movies, but Amazon and Netflix have caught up. I mean, we don't watch live television. I mean, you sit down of an evening and you used to watch live television. Don't do that anymore. We've got, even with the BBC and ITV, there's nothing to watch on television. So we watch box sets. And the beauty of Amazon Prime is that if you find out about a show and it's got 5 series, you're actually sorted for the next 2 months. Yeah. Brilliant.
Well, I can say this because all of us, we are Europeans. I like to see football games.
Oh, you mean football?
Senior here.
Yeah.
So back into the topic about live streaming. I want to share some things. One, and I think both of you covered this, and also Antoine, it's the fact, it's networking. Okay, this is an amazing place for you to make networking online, because you are seeing people. There's a whole new different thing that you can get with this, because you are seeing my face, you are listening to my voice, you are seeing how I act and react, and this is different. And there's one thing, because you can say, oh, you can do that on a Zoom call as well. Yes, but that's a slightly difference here, which could be important for you, mainly if you are thinking about doing business, because a Zoom call, it's kind of an enclosed environment. So who's there is who's gonna watch, and probably they are nice people, but none of them, you are kind of unknown to them. So the people you know at the beginning will be the people that will know you by the end. When you are doing a live show on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Amazon, wherever, there's always room from someone new who doesn't know you to get to know you, and who knows, could become a client, a customer, or you can collaborate with them, a partner. So this is something that it's only possible through live streaming on these kind of opened platforms. Another important thing, I believe that Stephen won't agree with me, but who knows?
Let's see.
And maybe Nick could share this his experience with us as well. Would you think that live streaming would brought to you so many different job or working opportunities that you were not thinking about when you started this. Because I believe that when we started this, and I talk about myself, I was trying to promote my consultancy business. I wanted to promote myself as a marketing consultant. People get to know me, probably they will trust me and they will hire me. By these days, okay, of course I can bring this marketing knowledge to my work. Of course I can't kind of clean format the hard drive and then let me bring with a new different mindset. But the thing is, almost all of them, they are related with live streaming. Sometimes I show in the camera, sometimes I don't, but I had no idea that when I started this I would become a professional on remote production, content creation, whatever. Steven, I believe that you don't have the same experience as I do.
Well, no, we don't. We have parallel experiences. We don't have the same experience, because basically, I enjoyed, like you, a purple patch on Amazon Live when nothing could go wrong. But I was backed up by the fact that I actually work for a software house. I work for BE.live and have done for several years now, representing the brand. So when anybody sees me broadcasting, they assume, quite rightly most of the time, that it is actually for BeLive. But I now work for two broadcasting companies. I work for BE.live and OneStream Live, and I'm happy to say they both know about each other. So I'm not. Yeah, I can wear, but they're happy for me to wear either hat and talk about OneStream or talk about BeLive, because I've got two different use cases. Once BeLive is the best marketing system around. I know Nick and I agree on that. It is the best way to actually market, because you've got the combination of video, images, text, agendas, everything in terms of Amazon Live. You've got the snake, you've got integrated comments, you've got everything you need on Amazon Live. So it's the best marketing system. And I truly believe that. I mean, even if I didn't work for BeLive, my story would be the same. And the second thing is, in terms of innovation, OneStream Live are the best. OneStream Live, thanks for the time to advertise, OneStream Live are the best overall broadcasting system, because they've got a studio in which you can go live, but they've also got the ability to bring in third-party apps. So last week I was streaming from vMix into OneStream Live out to 45 destinations. This week I'll be streaming from XSplit Broadcaster into OneStream Live and out to 45 destinations. And the thing is that as soon as I've finished my show, the recording is on OneStream and I can go out with the recording to 45 destinations. So OneStream's got everything. It's a one-stop shop for live broadcasting. Right, so that's the two adverts out of the way. But the thing is, it's basically streaming is the best way to become known, the best way to get involved, the best way to get to know people. Nick.
Yeah, well, I echo. I don't work for BE.live, but I'll echo everything that Steven just said about them. I absolutely love the software. I used to play around and struggle with OBS, which is totally free, and is a fantastic piece of kit, I have to say. But yeah, when I discovered BeLive and seen how it's grown, and particularly with the Amazon selling, one of the things I loved about it was it had this live sales feature. But then the company saw what was happening on Amazon and really spoke to several of us influencers and listened to what we've said, what we wanted, and have, over delivered. Absolutely. I mean, it's been fantastic. So yeah, I'm a massive BeLive fan. But yeah, I don't have any contracts with software houses, but I'm an affiliate marketer, so I get commissions from all over the place. So if I can live stream on Amazon and on social media and on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok all at the same time, which I still haven't been able to do yet, the TikTok one, then yeah, why not? It's, you know, that you just get more and more reach, and you know, and some platforms will throttle you back a bit, and other platforms will then give you some more. But yeah, we're constantly live streamers. We're constantly after the views, and the vast majority of the views we get are new views. That's the truth, because we get seen by new people, and that's the best thing to do. Yeah, we do build up followings for sure, but I think, you know, we you know, I pity anyone who watches my live streams more than once, because I just go over the same thing again and again. So yeah, once you've seen one, I'm not joking. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. To be honest, a new set, guys. Have you noticed?
Yes,
I did
yes,
notice
yes.
the new set.
Pretty nice.
My
pretty nice.
labour of love over the weekend to ditch the green screen, to put some file type things up. So now I've got all the products. So now I can, next Amazon, I can just go on, slide over, pick one from the shelf,
nice,
and talk
please
about
don't
it.
fall, because I've seen some people using those shares with little wheels. At some point, the wheels got stuck and they kind of pluff.
You know, it's coming.
So, take care of that. So maybe it's time. Do you have listed, for instance, the cameras that you are using right now?
I do.
So let's talk about them, because this is one of the most important things when we talk about live streaming cameras. Okay, I started with a camera that I believe none of you have been using it, the Logitech C920. I believe nobody in the planet used that camera. But right now I'm using this amazing camera by Insta360. The camera, it's the Link. Okay, by the way, disclosure, I need to make this. She will send to me by Insta360 to use it, to make some reviews about it. And the thing is, when they reached out to me, this is kind of a funny story, because do you know that kind of things, that someone is looking for someone this way and they come in the other way around? So that's what happened with Insta360. They have amazing cameras, and I was trying to reach out to them so we can make a collaboration. And suddenly, out of nothing, I got an email from someone from Insta360 asking me if I wanted to collaborate with them. After I don't know how many jumps and woohoo, I said yes. And I came to this camera, the Link. It's an amazing camera. I think it's easy to tell how amazing it is because it has this image. It's pretty easy to say good things about it. It's not easy to say good things if they are not good, but it's easy to defend a webcam or a camera because you can tell if the image is good or not. Some people, because this is probably one of the most expensive webcams in the market. Yes, it is. But the thing is, and I like to think about this all the time, you may think that $300 for a webcam could be expensive. It could, compared to other web cameras. But the thing is, you should not compare this camera to other webcams because it's unfair for them and for this camera. Why? Because it has an amazing image. Also, it's a PTZ camera, which allows you, for instance, to create, in this case, you can set up to 6 different scenes. Okay, so instead of moving around and changing with your hand manually, you can set right away and then you can use. Let me show you. This is my first angle. This is the second one. It's good when I used to use this. Now I'm doing this with another camera, this desk view, so I can show an unboxing, whatever. I have also this angle. Okay. This one. It has eye tracking. So if I move, the camera will be moving. I can set with gestures. For instance, now I'm going to stop this auto tracking. No, wait, please.
We
That's
love a
the
live
good thing about
demonstration.
live streaming. Sometimes it doesn't go. Okay, are you look? Okay, I can do this also with the. So now it's not fun, and this is good. I just recommend using the AI tracking when you're moving around. When, for instance, you are doing an online training, whatever, you need to move around. It's good that the camera will follow you. Otherwise, it's better to make it to turn off the AI auto tracking, because this will make your viewers a little bit dizzy, and we don't want that. Okay. Another thing that I love about this camera is how she behaves in low light situations. Let me show you. I've turned my lights off, and look, the image.
Still there.
How good it. I'm here. Okay, and you can see. And now, and she adapts really fast to this light intensity, brightness changing. Let me show you. This is made with AI. Okay, there you go. And the last but not least feature I love to highlight about this camera, and I could be talking the whole show about this camera. I believe that my two good friends will resonate with this, which is when we are willing to show a little detail about a product and we need to put it close to the camera. Sometimes it takes like forever to get that tiny object focused. We need to put the hand behind or whatever so the camera can see which subject we are willing to focus. This camera has the fastest, I think it is even faster than Lucky Look, autofocus mode. Let me show you. Okay, now there you go. Focus at me. Okay, I need to put this. Okay, I'm moving the. There you go. Me. I don't know why this today it's going against me.
All right. Oh, we lost it. Hello, love. I just want to say hello, love. I enjoy saying hello, love, and hello to Computer Pal as well.
So there you go. And I was thinking about. Oh, by the way, talking about price again. If you want to get a DSLR or mirrorless camera to have the same amount of or the same good image as this one, you need to spend at least $1,000. But you won't have the multiple angles. You don't have a smart. Let me do this again, because today this is getting a little bit crazy. There you go. Okay, perfectly focused.
I can't be sure, Marco, because I need to put my glasses on. Just a second.
Okay.
No, I'm still struggling. Yeah.
There you go.
No, it is. Yeah.
It's so fast, and I have other cameras which are not properly, and they are good cameras as well, and they don't do this same job as this speed. So that's why I recommend. Of course, if you are started, you can go with the C920 because it's still an amazing camera. But once you want to give that leap to another level, this could be the camera. Microphone, who want to pick the microphone right now?
Yeah, I can pick the microphone.
I've got my spiel about cameras. I'm going to go after Nick and talk about my camera.
Exactly. In that case, let's just track down my microphone. Of all the things, it's not actually in the one what I was going to talk about, my lovely Blue Yeti, which is the one that I'm using right now, isn't in the carousel. But I normally I switch between the Blue Yeti or the amazing in the carousel for $33.99, the Purple Panda Lavalier lapel microphone kit.
Yep.
Here it is, hanging up on the new, as we like to do. And we'll try the Marco test. It's the Purple Panda.
Oh, nice.
I think it's on.
Nice.
I think it's on fixed focus. Now, quick story on this. Here's the actual microphone itself. So it's a nice. Comes no batteries required. It's nice and simple. We just plug it in, pop it on our little shirts. You can have that going underneath your shirt, and that will look much more professional, like you've been on the BBC, as we like to do in the news. And this has got quite a hefty. So when I bought this, I was thinking, shall I get a wireless lapel microphone, or shall I get a wired? Well, it comes with just under 5 foot of cable straight away. But the best thing is, it then comes with another 10 foot of extension cable.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's all part of this little kit. So it's not just the lovely little velvety pouch I bought it for. We've got a lot of little cool things. Well, that was probably reason enough, to be honest. But yeah, we got another 10 foot of cable. So you've got just about 15 feet of cable, which is enormous. So that's pretty good. And we can do that. I went around. The reason I got it was I've got the GoPro 4, and I was up in the north of England this time last year. Went up to Digby Reservoir with the GoPro plugged, because it also has the miniature connector, the USB connector. So I was able to plug it into the GoPro. I mean, the GoPro 4, that was all great. That's 4K. It's 10 years old, but the audio was absolutely pants. So that worked an absolute treat. Now, also up there, it gets a bit windy, but in my haste, I forgot to put it on. This comes with a lovely little fluffy windshield cover as well. So we just we just remove this one. Super simple. There we go. Remove that, and then we put the fluffy windshield. Oh, if you could ever find the entrance to it. That's pretty funny. Oh, you get my drift. It goes like that. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. I can feel it. I just can't get the microphone into it. But yeah, so that's really cool. And it's got spare clips as well, and it just unclips off. Super simple. There you go. All comes apart. But it's really good. And when you're out and about, it's really important, if you're going to be live streaming or even just recording, just using your phone or whatever you want to use, is to have a lapel microphone, because it cuts out all the wind and the ambient noise. Now, what I didn't realize very quickly before we finished is that until I bought it and I was looking at all the different reviews, because of the length of the cable and the fluffy windshield, this is phenomenally popular with the biking vlogging community. Yes, there is such a thing. And so people, they get their bikes, they back their GoPros on, they plug it in so they can ride along on their motorbikes. They can talk because they have this going up into their helmets, and boom, they've got brilliant audio. You can hear your voice, you can hear the throttle of the engine, and yeah, it's a big thing. And so the biking vlogging community absolutely love the Purple Panda. It's super cool. And so yeah, and it also comes, absolutely to keep it all nice and neat, it comes in the beautiful little Purple Panda pouch, which is always good. So yeah, that's it. That's in the carousel, and I say it's $33.99, but you will get absolutely stunning, crisp audio from it, and it will never let you down. Well, I've had it for a year, and it's not let me down yet. So it's a fantastic piece of kit.
The thing is, Nick, you can actually use it if you're looking for an external microphone. You could actually use it on your PC or Mac.
Oh yes. Sorry, yeah, I've actually got it plugged in to the back of the Mac.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, I've been put center stage, so it must be my turn. Right. Okay, I'm going to talk about a camera when I can find it in the carousel. Nick's possibly got it in his carousel too, but we'll just go with. I've got to find it first because I didn't. Right. Okay, you are looking at an American camera. Let's get this out of the way first. This is the American designed camera by Nexigo. Nexigo, based just outside Seattle. Range of cameras from $60 up to $140. I was introduced to Nexigo by Nick, because Nick has got a Nexigo camera too. So we've got two Nexigo cameras between us. The thing that got me though with this is
we have three, because I have one too.
There you go. There's something. So we've all got Nexigos.
Which
my
one are you using?
My Nexigo is the N970p, which is 26%.
Okay, let
off.
me bring mine as well.
Okay.
You can talk.
Yeah, all right. 26% off their limited time deal. It's a saving of $50. And the thing about this is the best display I've seen. I mean, I like Nick, I got plenty of cameras all over the place, but this is my favorite for the quality of the picture. It is a 4K camera, so you can use it right now out of the box with Camtasia, and you can create 4K content. You can use it 4K right now out of the box and broadcast live to YouTube in 4K. People can watch replay in 4K. If it's a 4K camera, then it's got to be good when it comes down to lower resolutions. That's my logic. But the other thing that I love about this is it's hands-free. I don't need to use the keyboard to actually control this camera because it comes with a remote control. And the remote control looks like a television remote control, 2 AAA batteries, and I am in control of the camera. I can go like this. I can zoom out. And now you can see the mess that's behind me. I need to tidy mine up.
Are you sure that you want to talk about mess?
But I can control everything with the remote control. I can go over that way to the books. I can go that way. Now, if you've got a 4K television, as most of us have now, then you've also got an on-screen menu. And with the on-screen menu, which will come on screen in a minute, you've got fine control. Yeah. And the thing is that this camera has got flash memory. So if I make any changes, they're recorded on the camera, which means I can take this camera to Nick's machine. It will still work. I can go to Portugal and attach it to Marco's machine, and everything will work exactly as it does on my computer. And that's an amazing advance to be able to make a webcam transportable from one machine to another. That's it, really. It's just my favorite camera. It is on special today, 26% off. And 3 things important in live broadcasting. 1 is the camera, 2 is the microphone, and 3 is lighting. Okay, and we say hello to Joanna. Joanna has joined us.
Hello.
So thank you for watching. Okay, so I finished now. I've done my turn. All right, okay.
Okay, now I have that. But my remote, even though I don't know what it is, which is difficult to believe because it's pretty, but it's not like yours. I think mine is a little bit simpler. I don't know. Maybe they thought, okay, Marco won't be managing all that button things, so you should have fewer.
Okay, there are about 40 buttons on here. You use 10 of them, so don't worry about that. Functionality-wise, it's probably the same. The thing is, they've got different remotes for different models. Yeah, but the principle's the same.
Yes, probably. So the next, let me see. I think it's listed in the carousel. The next item that I want to talk about today, because this was sent to me also by Discover, which is a brand that makes pretty nice headsets, which could be a nice thing to. Okay, there you go. So, and one of the things I like about them, let me put them on. Let me see if this probably it's not working. Just let me put this. Can you hear me? I think you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So now the sound is coming from this headset. Okay. Even though, as you can see, usually when I go live and I'm showing up in the camera, I like to use a dedicated microphone and wear this kind of earphones. When I'm doing online producing, I rather use this because it's simpler to use. It's plug and play, and I don't show in the camera. Thankfully, people don't get horrified with me. But the thing is, I save kind of having all this gear in front of me, like microphone, like headphones. I can put everything here. I just made this collaboration with Discover, okay? And the thing that got me really surprised about them, first, I think it's easy to listen, the sound quality, and also it has a pretty nice noise reduction. For instance, I'm clapping my fingers, and it's not easy to tell that I'm doing that, okay? The listening quality, it's pretty good as well. Have in mind, and for me, this is something that I like to mention, is the fact I wouldn't get this kind of gear to create content. Okay, I rather use this kind of microphone or a wireless microphone like Steven just shown, because it's easier to move around depending on the circumstance. Again, this is important. There's no a perfect webcam for everything. There's no a perfect microphone for everything. There's different circumstances and different gear for those situations as well. For live stream production, I believe this is pretty good because they are comfortable as well, easy to use, pretty nice sound. And of course, if you don't want to invest in, because you're short in money or you don't want to spend too much money, this could be a nice solution for content creation or production also, as you can. And I can't stress enough how this microphone sounds good. Okay, because let me compare this to other microphone from a well-known brand. Also, it has a pretty nice and big cable, so I can move around while I'm talking. Let me show you. And I can compare this with a pretty popular headset from a even more popular brand. Okay, and even though the microphone is not that bad, you will tell the difference. Let me bring it to the studio. Hopefully. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Let me put this. Okay, so now you are listening to this microphone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello. You can listen some wind, right? And it's a little bit annoying that you can this kind of sound
It's
lots of time.
it's a little bit tinny.
Yes, and when I change to this one, it's easy to tell there's a difference in the sound quality. Okay, so sometimes we think, okay, and this is something that I like to talk when I review products. Sometimes we think, oh, this one is cheapest, so maybe he can do the same job. Most of the times, the price reflects what you will get, even though sometimes it's not the same equation, if you know what I mean. But most of the time, for instance, when I bought that backpack, I couldn't buy a $60, $80 backpack, and they would be nice. But the thing is, when you look at a $60 backpack and when you look at this Osprey, the one I got, you can tell the difference. You can understand why they are in different prices, because little details, quality, and these sort of things, they make a difference and they need to be paid. So that's one thing. This headset, it's a little bit more expensive than this one, but the thing is, you can tell why they are. And also, you get this nice controller. Okay, you can mute and unmute. You can get the calls from here. Let me see. Oh, now I'm using this camera. I forgot it. Okay, you can just hear the volume. Okay, pretty nice, comfortable, and also you will get this cleaning wipes. for the headphones. There you go. So, which product do you have, Stephen, for us? Surprise us.
All right, I can do surprise. Basically, it's a product that I use every single day during the week. And now, as I said earlier, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I go out and I'm wearing my Aftershocks, Aeropex headphones. These are the Rolls Royce of headphones. I'm not kidding you. These are high quality. And the thing is about Aftershocks is they're well known for headphones, and these are my favorites. Technology wise, basically what you do, well, I'm going to switch these on. That's probably a good idea. He said, this is a demonstration that welcome to Aftershocks, battery high. That's the first thing you do. The second thing you do is you go to your mobile phone, which you need to switch on, which I'm going to do now. Just a minute. Oh, this is good. This is really good. I told you, you go to these guys for a decent demonstration. I'm just here to make up the numbers. All I need to do is go to Amazon, press my likes, and I'm now listening to. Incredibly, I'm listening to Daydream Believer by the Monkees.
Oh, nice.
But these headphones are lightweight. They're only 28 grams. They are waterproof, and this is important, especially in the UK. But the thing is that I am a walker, jogger, occasional runner, and I'm a member of a lot of Facebook groups. And every week the question is asked, which headphones do you wear when you're walking, jogging, running, or even cycling? And the majority of people who reply say Aftershocks. All the models of Aftershocks, they're their favorite. These are made for the outdoors, and they're just so light, and the sound quality is brilliant. They pair easily, as you saw just then. You've got volume controls, you've got on-off controls, you've got skip to next track, you've got take a phone call with one click, you can make a phone call with voice dial. Everything you want in a headset. And the thing is that the sound quality is impressive. Yeah, we've got a great bass, and it's back to Marco.
Okay, and I'm going to send it back to Nick.
Cool. Well, in that case, we'll go back to some cameras then, because I've got a camera that can do things that most cameras can't do. It's in the carousel. It's got a 15% discount. It's down to $339.99. Of course, I'm talking about the one I'm looking at right now. This is the Mevo Start. Now, this is not just a webcam. It is a live streaming gift from the heavens. It's portable. It's mobile. You can take it anywhere. It's I've got it wired in at the moment, so I'm using it as a webcam. But it's got a 6-hour battery life, and it's a built-in outside broadcasting studio, so we can control it with our apps. In fact, if I just show you, we control it with our phone through the app. That's going to come up there. There you go, so you can see me on there. And this allows us to go anywhere. So that's important, because we can go to where the story is. So if, for example, I wanted to go and give a presentation at the local Chamber of Commerce or local networking group, I can live stream my presentation directly without having to plug anything in. It's amazing. And, it literally just uses either your cell phone data or a Wi-Fi hotspot. That simple. You might be thinking, oh, Nick, you could just do that with your phone. It's like, well, you could, but the thing is with the Mevo, we can actually live stream again, not just to one location. We can live stream to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, anywhere. Oh, actually, we can go anywhere, because it's got RTMP, real-time messaging protocol, and that allows us to live stream to our websites, our blogs as well. So we can live stream absolutely anywhere. It's an incredibly amazing piece of kit. Now, you're watching us with using StreamYard here, and so you can see Marco's got a nice backdrop, and we've got our names in the corners. You're thinking, oh, maybe can I really do that with this camera? Oh yes, there's so much more. Got this little screen here, and we can add in a little lower third. So we can just say lower third, bang, add to your cart. So just pop it in your cart and you'll be good to go. So we can just simply just take that off. But also we can add photos. So there you go. Look, there's a picture of my next door neighbour's cat that has taken to sleeping under my car, which is and yeah, and so we can just take that off as well. We've got elements up here where we can just pop our little logos, so we can have all these things on at the same time. That's what I'm saying. It's an outside broadcasting studio, all in the one location. And my favourite bit, when we're going live streaming, we can have the countdown timer. Boom, and that's the thing. We can either set it to a certain time period or a certain time to come on. So like 2 o'clock live stream, we can set it to 2 o'clock. Or if we're going to live stream in 15 minutes, we can set it to 15 minutes. It's got dual capability. And as you see, I've got it in like purple, but we can control the opacity. So we can have it totally as we want. So it's such a cool thing. Of course, it's got other things like we can control all our exposures, white balance, you name it, or hue. We can control everything. It comes. It's a 1080 high definition, so it shoots in 1080. It's got an amazing f2.8 Sony lens, which is incredible. Let's say 6-hour battery life. It's got a 3-mem microphone array, which picks up beautifully. And if you're out and about live streaming with this camera, and you're using either your cell phone data or your Wi-Fi hotspot, you don't have control over your bandwidth. So you've got lots of different people pinging the same cell towers or using the same hotspots. And so potentially, very rarely, potentially you might have some issues. In the back of the Mevo Start, you've got a slight mini SD card. So I've got a 128 gig SD card in the back there. That gives me 14 hours of recorded, recorded video. So that means that whatever happens, I have got a high definition recording directly from the camera. So if anything goes wrong, I've got that as a backup. I can just upload to all the different platforms when I get home. It is the most amazing camera I have, by none. And I absolutely love it. And I've had it just over a year now, or a year and about months or two. And yeah, fantastic. It's my go-to camera.
Yes, and the thing is, you mentioned about the backup is, even though the image quality could be, or the internet quality could be good, at some point it won't. Even though there's anyone else stealing internet, as long as it is not connected with cables, at some point you will have some not so good image. So having the chance to back up this information,
and that's it, because it's directly from the camera. There's nothing to interfere with it. It's
absolutely
always going to be perfect.
Yes, there's one camera that I use, the X3 from Insta360. It's listed as well in the carousel. I believe that both you and Steve already saw some shootings I made with that camera. You can go live from there as well, but they missed, at least as far as I know. Maybe they have this feature and I don't know how to use it. But one of the things I've sent a message to them is the fact that if we can record while we are going live, would be a pretty interesting feature, because of that, because sometimes there's a drop in the speed or in the internet, because some people maybe they're also using the same internet, and if you have the kind of clean recording, would be a pretty nice feature.
It is, and also I when I've done it outside, I've actually got an app on my phone which will find where the nearest cell phone tower is, which is my data, and so you can make sure that there's nothing between you and the cell tower. That often helps. I can't think what the app's called. Hold on, I'll have a look.
Right,
Okay.
back to talking. Sorry, if you
Yes.
just no moment.
Yes.
Right, back to cat. And Gianna is saying that her cat sits on Amazon boxes. Just loves sitting on Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know what's Mitzi is the name of the cat. My neighbour's cat. She's 16 years old, and she's just
Wow.
taken this last week. She's just taken to lying under the car, and she keeps coming up and welcoming me home. Like, very strange.
Okay, so I think it's time to wrap up for today. Stephen, when are you going live again?
I'm live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern on Amazon Live. Thank you for asking, Marco.
Nick, I think you will be together with Stephen.
Yes, I'm going to be piggybacking on Stephen on the show tomorrow at funnily enough the same time. It's the movie quiz show, so
It is.
we like to test our knowledge. So we need all the viewers that we can muster in order to help us. Because some of the questions are a little bit tricky. I'll be honest. We go, what?
Okay, and I will
Marco,
be.
Marco, when are you
Yes,
next
yes.
live?
Yes.
I was about to say it. Probably tomorrow, because these late weeks, if not months, I'm be struggling with some problems with my neck. Okay, they made me terrible headaches, and I'm fighting with that. Sometimes I sit to go live, but in 5 minutes my head it's kind of about to explode, so I need to cancel my plans. So probably tomorrow I will be live again. As I said, I'm preparing to go to the Camino again. So probably next few weeks I will be showcasing some hiking, walking things related to the Camino. Okay. I have nice hiking boots, my backpack, and other stuff, and also my tech gear, which I love as well. So stay tuned. Don't forget, by the way, if you are watching us, to follow. Okay, you can go kind of make follow Steven, then go and follow Nick, and then you can follow me as well if you want, if you are nice. Otherwise, if you don't follow me, I can say that you have any something against Portuguese people, and I create a movement, a woke movement. Stop treating us, treating Portuguese people badly. Just joking. Okay, don't forget to follow us.
I'll just say very quickly hello to Joanna. She's been on. She's been wearing her after socks since 4 a.m. EST, and she's saying thanks so very much for streaming. So thank you, Joanna, very much for watching.
Absolutely, absolutely. So hopefully you will have the chance to see us again tomorrow. Okay, tune in, grab your cookies, a cup of tea. Did you know, by the way, last question, did you know that tea was named after Portuguese people?
No.
Oh, but it is. I just realized that yesterday. Because I think we in Portuguese tea is chá, CHA, and they put in the barrels. Let me see, because I just saw it yesterday, and the nice thing is there was a boy, which was, I think it was American, but when he had to spell to say things in Portuguese, he made it pretty awesome. Just let me see. Oh, I know. T stands for Portuguese Transporte de Ervas Aromáticas. Aromatic herbs transportation.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
this was a kind of a trivia moment for free.
Just backpedal a moment. Tea was invented in Yorkshire. That's why Yorkshire tea is the best tea around.
So there you go. This nice moment. And I think there's a kind of a relation also with, we are the oldest alliance between countries, Portugal and England, or Great Britain. I'm not sure, but I believe it's England. And there's kind of also a relation between the 5 o'clock tea and Portugal. I don't know which one, but I think there is some relation. So with that, it's funny because there you go again, the sacred alliance, Portugal and England. Few centuries later. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.
Take care, everybody. Thank you, Joanna,
Bye-bye.
as well. She's just telling us how we can be followed as well. So
Okay.
we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
We still live. How people can find you, Stephen?
Me, just type Stephen into Google. No, seriously, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, anywhere really. Nick.
Yeah, and for me, just go to nickwood.live, type that into your browser, and that will bring you to my Amazon live stream.
Nice. And for me, you just type, well, you can Google my name and you will find me everywhere. I paid lots of money to Google to have my name on first place. Or you can use this handle, MFCnovo. You will find me in almost all, well, the main ones you will find me. Or you can type marketing.live and you will find my Amazon live stream page. Or you can type marketing.shop and you will find my Amazon storefront. It's up to you. Lots of options. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a nice week. Have a nice middle of September. Bye-bye.
Bye.